Hello everyone, welcome to e-learning of IT for 12th standard. This video is for 12th standard science students. Today we are going to solve third practical from advanced JavaScript. So the SOP 3 is create event-driven JavaScript program for the following. Make use of appropriate variables, JavaScript inbuilt string functions and the control structures. So we have to write a program with event driven JavaScript, that is we have to use events like on click event, on mouse over event. So any kind of such a event should be used in a program, as well as use appropriate variables, then use inbuilt string functions and control structures. Control structure is nothing but a looping structure, that is we can use a for loop, while loop, as well as conditional checking can be used, that is if else, switch. So in this way we have to use a certain construct in a program. So question is that to accept a string from user and count the number of vowels in that given string. So we have to accept a string from user, and then how many vowels present in that string, that we have to count. So to write down a program, first of all open a notepad and start writing a code. So start with a doc type. So first line will be doc type HTML. Document type is HTML. After that, HTML tag start and end of HTML. Okay. Then within a HTML tag, now let us add a head tag. Then end of head tag. Within a head, we can mention a title for this program. So title and end of title. Within a title tag, mention here any meaningful title. Suppose count vowels. Then close the title tag, close the head tag, and then open a body tag. So body tag start, open, and then close the body tag. Within a body tag, now question is that to accept a string from user. So to accept a string, we have to create a form within which there should be some text field, there should be a button by clicking on which a number of vowels will get counted. So for that we have to create a form. So to create a form, tag use is a form tag. Then specify a name for that form. Suppose it is a F1. Then close that form tag, that is end of form. Within a form tag, now we have to insert a text field. So text field is to enter a string. Okay, so we can specify here enter any string. Then to accept a string from user, we have to use a control, that is input type is equal to text, name is equal to, suppose T1, you can specify any name that you want. So enter any string. After that text field will be created, and then we have to use a button. But before this we will use a BR tag, so that button will be on a next line. Okay, so use pair of BR tag to have a sufficient space. Then to create a button, tag use is a input tag. So input type is equal to button. Input type is equal to button. Then here specify a name for that button. Suppose name is equal to BT check. You can specify any name that you want. After that specify a label for that button. So to specify a label, attribute use is a value attribute. So value is equal to, you can specify here a label. We are going to count a vowels. So let us specify a label as count vowels. After that, we have to use a event for this button, and that event is a on click event. So by clicking on this button, which function will get called, that we have to specify from here. Suppose that function name is count. Okay, function is always written with a pair of brackets. So specify count. After that, after this, let us first of all save the program and check the output. So save the program in your folder. Type a meaningful name for that program. Suppose this is a SOP3 practical, so I am specifying a name as sop3.html. Then save this program, and now let us go to the its path practical folder, and here SOP3 file has been created. So let us run this file to see the output. See here, form has been created. Title for this page is a count vowels. After that, here is a label, enter any string, and this is a text field to accept a string. So we can we can type any string here. Suppose Fatak College. Okay, then we can click on a count vowels button. So by clicking on this, which function will get called, that is a count function. We have not yet specified the count function, definition of count function. So let us write a function, that is a count function. So close the body tag, and after this, to write a function, tag uses a script tag. So script type is equal to, here script will contain a text data as well as a JavaScript code. So text type is equal to text slash JavaScript. After this, let us close the script. Let us close the script tag. Here let us include this script tag within a body tag. Okay, now here we have to write a function, and that function is a count function. So function count, you have to write a spelling same as like this. Okay, count. After that, a pair of curly brackets, and within this we have to specify definition of this function. So let us first of all declare some variables. Variable s, this variable is used to store a value that is inputted by a user. That is, here Patak College is the value entered by user. So to save this value, we are going to declare a variable, that is a s variable. So s will contain this data, that is whatever value user will enter into this, that will get stored in the s variable. Okay, so for that s variable is used. After that, let us declare I variable, that is used in a for loop for iterations. Then ch variable is used to get a separate character from the string. That is, suppose Siley is a complete string, then s is a single character. So to have this single character, to store this single character, variable use is a ch in this program. After that, let us declare a variable c. Here c variable is used to store a count of vowels. So first of all, the count will be considered as a 0, that is no vowel is there. Then we have to store a string. So to store a string, variable use will be s. So s is equal to, s will contain a value from this field, that is this text box. So this text box is there on a form, and that form name is f1. So here f1 dot, in which field that value is there, that is in a text field whose name is t1. So f1 dot t1 dot value. So the value entered in a t1 text box will get stored in a s variable now. Okay, so we have declared a count as a 0 and we have stored the string in a s variable. Now we have to use a for loop. So let us write a for loop. For we have declared I variable for iteration purpose. So let us declare I is equal to 0. I is less than or equal to s dot length. After that I plus plus. See here why we have used I is less than or equal to s dot length. Here s dot length is a property. Length is a property of string. Okay, so s dot length will give you a length of that string. So to have or to iterate the loop until your string count is there, that is total number of characters will be in the string, that we will get with the s dot length property. So if there are 4 characters, suppose a b c d, then I is equal to 0, s dot length will give you 4 value. So loop has to be iterated 4 times. Okay, so 0 1 2 3, that is nothing but 4 times. So it should be less than or equal to, because s dot length value will be 4, because abcd are 4 characters, but we are starting the loop with I is equal to 0, and that's why here we have to specify less than or equal to. That is, whenever 3 value will be there for I, 3 is less than 4, for value 3 loop will have been iterated for 4 times, that is 0 1 second and third. Okay, so here we have used a less than or equal to. Then now we have to retrieve a single character, and to store a character variable declared is a ch. So ch is equal to get a character from string, we use a string variable, that is s dot. Function use is a char add and of the ith position. Okay, so for I is equal to 0, s dot char add in bracket I is nothing but a 0. So s dot char add 0. So for string a b c d, first character is a. So for I is equal to 0, char add 0, the character is a, so ch will contain a value a. Okay, now we have to check whether that character stored in ch variable is a vowel or not. So vowels are nothing but a, e, I, o and u. So these are the different vowels. So we have to check whether this character is a, e, I, o or u. So for that we will use a if structure. So within a if, let us check this ch is equal to, here user can enter a capital string or small string. So we have to check for both the conditions, that whether the ch is equal to small a or ch is equal to capital A. Okay, similarly we have to check whether ch is e, I, O and U. Okay, so specify all those conditions. Here these set of pipes is nothing but a or, that is whether character is ch contains small a or capital A, or ch contains small e or capital E, then whether a ch contains small I or capital I. After that ch is equal to small o or capital O, and last condition is ch is equal to small u or ch is equal to capital U. Okay, so if one of the condition is true, then C should be incremented because C contains a count of vowels. So if that CH contains a character that is either A, E, I, O or U, then C will be incremented by 1. So in this way we will get a incremented count, final count of the vowels in the string. So to print that, here we have to use the alert function. So within a alert, let us write down a string. Suppose number of vowels in string are. Here that count is stored in a C variable, so we will use here plus C. Then use the semicolon. Again save the program, Control S, and refresh the page to check the output. So let us enter any string. Here you can see A and I. These are the three vowels. So click on the count vowels button and the output is number of vowels in string are 3. Here instead of these enter any string, you can give a label as enter your name also. Okay. Suppose here let us change it to enter your name, and here for alert, number of vowels in your name are. So save this program and again refresh the page. Now here type any your name. Suppose Akshay. Then this name contains how many vowels? 2 vowels are there. Okay, so output is 2. Let us change the name to suppose Swarada. So this name contains 3 vowels. So number of vowels in the name are 3. So in this way type here your name, click on the count button and you will get a count of vowels present in your string. So note down this program and execute it. Draw the output also in your notebook. Thank you.